Number 1. Cracking knuckles. Oh, cracking knuckles. The timeless tradition of satisfying pops followed by your parents' grave warning, "Stop that! You'll get arthritis." It's practically a rite of passage for anyone who's been told to stop doing something just because that's how it is. But surprise, this is a total myth. The truth is far less sinister. That cracking sound? It's just tiny gas bubbles popping in the synovial fluid that lubricates your joints. When you stretch your finger, you create negative pressure, which causes those bubbles to collapse. It's like opening a bottle of champagne, except with fewer bubbles and more arthritis panic. A doctor even cracked his knuckles every day for over 50 years as an experiment. His knuckles were just as healthy as the ones he didn't crack. So, next time someone gives you a hard time, you can confidently tell them their fear of your joints is the real issue, not your knuckles. Number 2. Shaving makes hair thicker. The classic, shaving makes your hair grow back thicker myth. You've probably noticed after shaving that the stubble feels rougher and thicker, leading you to believe your razor has turned your hair into a mighty beast. But in reality, it's just an optical illusion, folks. Your hair naturally tapers at the tip, kind of like a pencil. When you shave, you're cutting off that tapered, soft tip and leaving behind the thicker, blunt part. So when the hair grows back, it feels coarse and stubbly, not because it suddenly gained superpowers, but because you've basically given it a bad haircut. It's the same old hair, just showing off its true, unrefined self. So don't blame the razor. Your hair was always this rough, it just kept it under wraps before. Number 3. Goldfish memory. For years, we've been convinced that goldfish have a 3-second memory. This nugget of wisdom is so ingrained that it's practically a cultural fact. But here's the thing. Goldfish actually have an excellent memory. They can remember things for months, navigate complex mazes, and even learn to associate sounds with food. So, when you think your goldfish is just swimming around aimlessly, remember, it probably remembers every time you tapped on the glass, every hour it spent in that tiny bowl, and most importantly, every time you forgot to feed it. Your goldfish? Not only does it remember you, but it's probably judging you for being such a terrible pet owner. You're not just dealing with an aquatic creature with a short memory, you're dealing with a tiny, salty little being with a long memory and possibly some resentment. So there you have it. Cracking knuckles won't turn your joints into arthritis factories, shaving doesn't give you a new, stronger hair army, and your goldfish? It's not as forgetful as you think. Just don't expect it to forgive you for that time you forgot to feed it. These myths, while classic, are ready to be left in the past where they belong. Number 4. We use only 10% of our brain. The 10% brain myth. Oh, how it has danced its way through the halls of pop culture, from science classrooms to superhero movies. The idea that 90% of our brain is some kind of untapped, hidden power source, just waiting to be unlocked so we can start reading minds or lifting cars with our brains. It's like the ultimate what could be fantasy. But here's the kicker. It's completely wrong. You actually use all of your brain. Every single part has a job, and no, it's not just sitting there doing nothing. If you suffer a stroke or brain injury, even a tiny bit of damage can cause serious problems, because all those areas are busy doing their thing. So while the idea of unlocking more brain power sounds great for a movie script, your brain is already firing on all cylinders, just working to keep you from running into traffic or forgetting where you left your keys. Sorry, no telekinesis here, just solid everyday brain function. Number 5, sugar causes hyperactivity. Oh, the classic party myth. Kids are bouncing off the walls and we just know it's because of all that sugar. The cake, the candy, the soda. It must be the sugar, right? Nope. Decades of research have shown that sugar has zero effect on kids' behavior. Seriously. In double-blind studies, some kids were given sugar, others were given a placebo. Guess what happened? Both groups were just as hyper. The real culprit here is the party atmosphere. The excitement, the treats, the chaos. Sugar doesn't turn kids into mini tornadoes. They're already running on a sugar-fueled excitement from the event itself. So next time you're at a birthday party and the kids are wild, don't blame the sugar. Blame the bounce house, the cake, and their total lack of inhibition. Number 6, we have only 5 senses. 5 senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. It's what we learned in kindergarten, right? Simple, neat, and easy to remember, but it's way oversimplified. In reality, you've got a whole suite of senses working overtime for you. You've got proprioception, the sense of where your body parts are, even with your eyes closed. Thermoception, your ability to sense temperature. Equilibrioception, your sense of balance. And interoception, your sense of what's going on inside your body, like hunger or heart rate. So when you just know that your arm is in a certain position without looking or can feel the heat rising in a room, remember, you're not some basic 5-sensed human. You're a superpowered multisensory being. Next time you catch yourself balancing on one foot without tipping over, thank your equilibrium for the assist. Number 7. Dropping a penny from the Empire State Building. Oh, the infamous penny drop myth. You know the one, where you're told that if you drop a penny from the Empire State Building, it'll reach terminal velocity and slam into someone's head, causing instant doom. This sounds terrifying, but it's totally wrong. The penny would fall, but it wouldn't turn into a lethal projectile. Why? Because of something called terminal velocity. As objects fall, they accelerate until air resistance slows them down. A penny, being small and light, doesn't have the mass to keep speeding up. It hits a maximum speed of around 50 to 60 miles per hour, about the same speed as a baseball that's been thrown moderately. Sure, it might sting a bit if it hits you, but it's not going to punch through your skull. So, unless you're throwing a bowling ball off the Empire State Building, please don't, the damage potential of a penny is far less than what we've all been led to believe. These myths have been passed down for generations, but when you really look at the facts, they all fall apart. So, the next time someone gives you the sugar makes kids hyper or only 10% of your brain is used spiel, you can confidently smile, drop some knowledge, and maybe even let them in on the truth about that penny. Science is cool like that. Number 8. The missing person 24-hour rule. We've all seen it in TV shows. The dramatic moment when someone realizes a loved one is missing, and then cue ominous music. They're told they have to wait 24 hours before filing a report. It's the perfect plot device, right? But here's the cold hard truth. There is no 24-hour waiting period. None. Zilch. It's a completely fabricated TV myth. In reality, the sooner you report someone missing, the better. The first 24 hours are critical in any missing person's case, and delays can have serious consequences. Law enforcement agencies want you to report a missing person as soon as possible. So, next time you watch a crime procedural and hear that 24-hour nonsense, just remember, it's a dramatic plot point, not a real-life rule. Don't let pop culture fool you. Getting help sooner could save a life. Number 9. Humans evolved from apes. Here's one of the most persistent and misleading myths. Humans evolved from modern apes. It's simple, it's neat, and it sounds great as a soundbite, but it's completely off the mark. The truth is, humans didn't evolve directly from apes. What we did is share a common ancestor with them, like distant cousins. Think of it like a family tree. Millions of years ago, we and modern apes, chimps, gorillas, orangutans, had a shared relative. But instead of evolving into one species, that ancestor branched out, with one branch leading to us and others leading to the modern apes we know today. So next time someone says humans evolved from apes, politely inform them that it's like saying you evolved from your cousin. You share a common ancestor, but you've been living on separate branches of the evolutionary tree for a long time. Number 10. Bulls hate the color red. Ah, the classic bullfighting myth. Bulls charge at the red cape because they hate the color red. This little tidbit has been ingrained in our culture for centuries, but it's completely wrong. Bulls, like many large mammals, are colorblind to red. They don't see the color at all. So why do they charge? It's not the color, it's the movement. The bull is reacting to the frantic flapping of the fabric and the aggressive posturing of the matador, not the cape's color. Whether it's red, pink, or plaid, it doesn't matter. The bull is simply reacting to what it sees as a threat. Somebody waving a piece of cloth in its face. So, next time you see a bull charge at a red cape, just remember, it's not seeing red. It's just annoyed at the waving fabric and the person behind it. Who can blame it? These myths have persisted for years, sometimes due to misunderstandings, sometimes just for dramatic effect. But as you can see, Once you dig into the science and history behind them, the truth is often a little less glamorous and a lot more grounded in reality. So the next time you hear someone spout off about these myths, you'll be armed with the facts, and maybe even a little smug satisfaction. Number 11. Swallowing gum stays in your stomach for 7 years. The classic swallowing gum will stay in your stomach for 7 years myth. As a kid, you probably swallowed a piece of gum and then immediately heard this terrifying little tidbit from an adult, causing you to fear your stomach had become a sticky gum wasteland. But fear not. The truth is, your body is a digestive powerhouse, and gum isn't the long-term prisoner your parents warned you about. While it's true that the gum base, the rubbery part, can't be digested, your body doesn't just let it hang around forever. Your stomach breaks down the sugars and other ingredients, and the gum base itself passes through your digestive system mostly intact, only to exit your body like any other indigestible material. Hello, corn. The only thing that really lasts 7 years is the memory of your parents scaring you with this myth. So, next time you swallow a piece of gum, don't panic, your body's got it handled. Number 12. Bats are blind. Blind as a bat. It's such a catchy phrase, right? But here's the problem. Bats are not blind. This is one of the most widespread animal myths that just refuses to die. In reality, many species of bats actually have perfectly functional eyesight, and some can even see better than humans. So where did this myth come from? Well, bats have an incredibly cool superpower, echolocation. They emit high-pitched squeaks, listen for the echoes bouncing off objects, and essentially see their environment through sound. This ability allows them to hunt insects and navigate dark caves with ease. But they don't rely solely on echolocation. They use their eyes too. So while they have a unique and incredible way of perceiving the world, they are definitely not blind. The next time someone tosses out blind as a bat, feel free to correct them, because bats are actually super perceptive, just in a totally rad, multisensory way. There you have it. 2 myths that have stuck around for ages, but both are more fiction than fact. Whether it's the gum that won't stick around or the bat that isn't blind, a little science goes a long way in busting these myths. Keep these truths in your back pocket next time someone drops one of these popular misconceptions.